going against an O'Malley now, so it kind of suits the top of the conversation. So not a single major media outlet scored the fight for Sean O'Malley. Not a single one. There was actually a couple 27s in there. A lot of them had the round 1 for Jan, just off of the grappling, the big major takedown he got. Probably the later portion of the first round, which is something I valued a lot more. And then just like a little bit of the grappling edge at the end there too. Round 2 was definitely his, and then round 3, it was a toss-up on a lot of other people's scorecards. I've noticed the judges had it round 3 unanimous for O'Malley, but I thought it was pretty close. And O'Malley, you know, he didn't even seem like he thought he won. I mean, he takes the victory, so it's very close, razor thin fight. I wanted to get the spinning heel kick, but he stayed right in range. Kind of weird though, because a lot of people had spoken about, like, if there was any fight that Sean could beat anybody in like the top 5, it's definitely Jan in a 3-round fight. 5 rounds, I don't think it would have. If it had gone the full 5, I don't think it would have gone the full 5, because the way that momentum was shifting toward Jan at the end of the 3rd round, it reminded me a lot of when Aldo fought Jan. And if that fight was a 3-rounder, right, like, you know, Aldo can get that decision depending on where you are, depending on who's judging the fight and whatnot, right? But with a 3-round fight, you know, he's shown even against Jimmy Rivera. Yeah, there was if he didn't get those knockdowns, he was on his way to losing those 2 rounds. So it's a lot of the 3-round thing definitely didn't favor Jan, because you could tell he started out. Ooh, nice, he went to the body instead, and a fucking cheeky knee, nice. Yeah. We cannot allow you to stay in our face like that. We gotta let the hands go. Jan definitely let the hands go. There was round 2 was crazy. When O'Malley had stunned Jan with that looping cross of his, and he got a little bit too overzealous, and then Jan cracked him with the lead hook, hurt Sean bad, and ended up getting top position and doing his work from there. I felt that what kind of hurt Jan a little bit in that round 3. He was trying to play the Matador a little bit too much, and I think it would have been in his best interest to not sit back and wait to counter O'Malley, which was something I could tell he was trying to do in that first round. First few minutes of the 3rd round. But yeah, I thought Jan had won. It's just tough. It's just tough. It is what it is. But that's 2 split decisions now that Jan has lost. So you gotta think that something's gotta change for Jan. But you know, the whole of the grappling is still a problem for Sean O'Malley. He definitely got up, gave up a couple of takedowns to Jan, and if you let somebody like Sterling get your back, it's just not a good night. So I propose, this is what I propose. I propose a rematch between Chito Vera and Sean O'Malley. As for Jan, maybe Rob Font. Maybe he could fight Rob Font. I think that's a good fight for Jan. If he can fight Rob Font, that would be a good way to see. Or maybe he'll fight Pedro Munoz. This is a nice angle. Look at that. We should get that angle more often. Very clean. I went back to it. Another thing too, like, I'm looking at Sean's stats, because of course after a fight like that, you want to see where you can buff certain guys. And I was looking at his punch power and his strike and everything else. I'm like, god damn, it's just actually pretty goddamn accurate. And I had mentioned in my Sean showcase that Sean is a very legit 4-star fighter. The only issue is that his grappling stats and his health stats don't help him too much. So I'm definitely going to look to propose a couple of health-related buffs. Oh, nice spinning back kick. But the striking, he just seems pretty cool. I guess some move level buffs. I don't know, but I think his cross. I don't recall. I think his cross is at a 4. If it's not at a 4, it should definitely be at a 4. His jab should definitely get buffed to a 4 as well. I think that's fair. Ooh, big mistake. The bantamweight's now in an interesting position, because I feel if TJ Dillashaw had won against Aljamain Sterling, that would have been an easy booking for Sean against TJ, because as TJ ages, and as most people say, he's not on the sauce anymore, although I do think he's a good fighter whether he was on the sauce or not, even though like my stance is on PED use is what it is. Whoa, nice. It's what it is. But his skill was there against Sandhagen, but he got clipped against Sandhagen. And against fuck, why did we direct to the head? And didn't even land. What the hell? What bullshit is that? Come on, EA. Anywho, I think because of the Sandhagen fight, I think that kind of showed that I think O'Malley would have done really, really well against TJ if TJ was the one getting out, knockout against Sterling. But then you could also see TJ employing the same game plan, which I found funny that he had talked about Sterling just wanting to hold him, but kind of did that against Sandhagen, but he did outwork Sandhagen from those positions, even though it wasn't the most exciting thing for a good 50% of the time. Yeah, I was very... Sean 100% proved that he belonged with the big dogs. Very good for him. The UFC has done a great job with building up Sean O'Malley, giving him the right matchups at the right time. And he's doing the other half of the work of proving that he belongs in the competition. It's just crazy that it went from Jan being a part of like the pound-for-pound list conversation, and now he's lost 2 split decisions in a row. Competitive fights too. Not even blown out of the water at all. Oh, hey! Hey! Fucking clinching me. Fucking Sean. You wilding the hell out. He's sticking to that jab heavy game plan too. One thing I did like from Jan. Oh, rocked him. Thought he was gonna duck. Like when he's holding a high guard, like he's a perfect example of like a dude that's just like holding the guard and slip hook. And he's like moving his like moving the right stick while holding high block. He hit some nice pivots when he was holding guard, looking like Lomachenko in there. And so did O'Malley hit a couple of pivots as well. Both of them look really, really solid against each other. This is a really solid fight so far. So credit to this O'Malley. You're doing a good job. You're holding your own. Jan has... I did want to remove Force of Nature from Jan just to give him Bulldog, because just his build is fucking huge for his division. Like if you put him next to Khabib, he's almost the same size as goddamn Khabib in terms of like how full he looks. And Sterling looks like he's paper thin and really shouldn't be.
Great punch landed with so much power.
Maybe. This guy's doing a good job, like hang on the outside of the jab, but he's down 2 rounds, so something's got to give. Woohoo! Oh, he caught the fucking kick. Start the pressure. There we go. There's the block count. I was trying to hit that every single time he was going for the goddamn slip hook, but it wasn't registering for some reason. But now we're starting to batter him. We're starting to cook him.
Just misses there with the left. Right on the button.
Yeah, I definitely. Oh yeah! That not what I'm with. Definitely, I am happy that we got an incredible fight. We didn't get one of those early knockouts that kind of like ruin like not ruin the momentum, but oh my god, yo, okay, I'll see you. I'm letting my body health recover for a bit. Damn. But I'm glad it was like a really solid fight. It reminded me of Gilbert Burns versus Khamzat Chimaev, where a lot of people were counting out. Let's go. Gilbert Burns. And it ended up being just an awesome fight. And that's what happened with Jan versus O'Malley. We got an incredible fight. Of course, we got a controversial decision. Not too dissimilar to some people did think that Gilbert Burns beat Khamzat Chimaev. So, a lot of similarities there. The only difference is we're rocking this guy like Rock'em Sock'em Robots. That Force of Nature perk is just... For some fighters, it just doesn't feel like the way it does for Jan. But once you feel it kicking in, where you're just winning a bunch of trades with Jan, you're just wearing a damn like the goddamn Terminator. God, Sean, you gotta pull some magic, man. Ah, man, I didn't pull the trigger on it. I'm trying to land that sick ass. I did it in my last showcase. It was the slip straight, lead overhand into the spinning heel kick. And I wanted to get that for something flashy. We're unable to do so. But yeah, let me know while I'm poking at Sean here. Let me know who do you think is gonna be next for Jan? Because I'm thinking Rob Font would have to be that guy. I don't think Cruz is gonna fight Peter Yan or anything like that.
Well, this is
I
exactly
think O'Malley should fight Chito Vera. And let Sterling, let the dude just count him out. And he just proves people wrong. And I'm happy for him. Y'all should have seen me, bro. I was talking so much shit to some of my boys. I said, what was that thing we were wrestling at? Oh! Yes! We hit the moving slip! And we got the pivot angle. And we knocked him out cold. Nice. But y'all can tell my voice ain't the same like it usually is, because you know when it comes to watch your fight, you get a little bit high, you start yelling, you start talking smack with the people that you're watching the fights with and whatnot. So my voice ain't exactly the same right now, but I'm very happy for that. So let me know in the comment section, how do you feel about who should have got the nod in that fight? Are you okay with the split decision going to Sean? Are you one of those people that think that there should be an immediate rematch? Are you one of those people that think that, Yan got hold? Because I'm definitely one of them. But it was a very competitive fight, and I think both gentlemen definitely deserve the respect that they should get into the division. No stock was lost there. But that's going to be it for Mr. Yan, Romero 17. I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all.